Oh boy. Okay, let's continue. Right. You know what I'm counting on. That's a bit of advertisements in there. We're almost done with this. I'm not even going to be pulling at this point, so who gives a hell? Okay, commercial time. The game is crashing badly. Okay, so glad, the source of joy, the quintessence of dreams. Oh, my friend, how about a bottle of so glad? No thanks, I'm here about collaborating. So you're the director of Dreamjoy Memoir. Mr. Pissa mentioned you. It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm from the Soulglad trademark advertising department. Just here to chat with you about the current commercial proposal. Bubbly Clockboy. Soulglad can bring joy and laughter to Dreamville, but the evil boss Stone hates everything nice, so he's imprisoned Mr. Soda and stashed away all of the town's Soulglad. The hero of Dreamville, Clockboy, will infiltrate Boss Stone's office building to bring back smiles to the townspeople. That's the gist of the story. To complete production quickly, I hope you as a director can personally get your hands dirty and become Clockboy's motion capture artist. I'm a director. Why do I have to do everything? A total of 3 commercials. How about it? Would that work? No problem. Action. Okay, open a chest through a Soulglad floor tile, break 7 Boston balloons, remove 5 Soulglad floor tiles. Dream Chaser's Path Soulglad floor tiles will vanish once stepped on. Plan your route carefully to reach the end. Soulglad brings joy and laughter to Dreamville, but the evil boss Stone hates all things good. Consequently, he has imprisoned Mr. Soda and hidden all the Soulglad in the town. The hero of Dreamville, Clockboy, will infiltrate Boss Stone's office building to bring back smiles to the townspeople. Let's go. Yeah, sure, I'm up for this thing. Maybe I should be going to hard, but nah. Not even sure. I don't know. I probably don't need like the combat characters for this, so all things regardless unconsidered. Never mind. I have to learn Clockboy's movements. Let me think. TikTok, Dreamville without Soulglad is like clock without oil. Everything comes to a halt. Damn that boss Stone. He came out with such a heinous move just to take over the town. Behind this door is Boss Stone's lair. The missing Soulglad must be hidden here. Let us venture forth. Objective, retrieve all of Soulglad's TikTok. Oh. I'm not... I thought I was Clockboy for a second there. Never mind. I'm not Clockboy. Into the dreamscape I go. Am I gonna be Clockboy? TikTok, what a strange room. Boston appears to have used Soulglad to lay down many mechanisms that allow wall walking. Looks like Soulglad got plenty of amazing uses. Walk on it and try it out. Why is it? It's not like they disgrace, like I diss on Mitsuki, but why is it Mitsuki? Of all the characters, the Soulglad floor tiles that allow you to walk on the walls will activate when the adventure starts, and vanish after being tread upon. It cannot be used a second time. Adeptly use the 3-dimensional map and plot a reasonable route forward the treasure chest. If you walk across all Soulglad floor tiles in the map before opening the chest at a tile, then you'll get a bonus reward. Okay then. Nothing here. Always our essential helper, whether at home, outside, or in fights. I'm not gonna read that, I don't want to. Anything else in this area? And that's where it came from, okay. So the goal is to walk on every single one of them. Destroy all the balloons. What? I see it. That's the chest stash of the Soulglad. We're almost there. Yeah, almost makes a difference. Dang it. Huh? Was that the one? I don't actually know how many do I need to destroy, but... Okay. That was 5. Okay, it seems I actually think I got everything. Okay, the moving Soulglad floor has been completely removed. Open the chest now. I remember this bottle of Soulglad. That was a long time ago when Brother Hano and I fought side by side. Tick-tock, Brother Hano, you're hurt. No, there must be some way out, don't tell me. I have to use that. That's right, it's a legendary beverage that can instantly heal all wounds and energize one with vigor. It may be precious, but your friend that can never be replaced. Tick-tock. Come forth, classic Soulglad. Yeah, it's classic Soulglad. This is the beginning of my friendship with Brother Hano. Tick-tock, such a truly nostalgic past. I think I'm done. Yay. Break 7 Boston balloons, remove 5 Soulglad, perfect. Oh, Kafka, a member of the Saloon Hunters. A dashing, collected, and professional beauty, used the enchantment of Spirit Whisper to set up Aridan to absorb the Stellaron. Her hobby is shopping for and organize her collection of coats. Uso. How come I didn't know that? That's the first time I read the note about Kafka. Weird. Very nice. Good job, director. I know you're stickler for perfection, which is why I told them not to tear down the set yet, to make convenient you to make subsequent revisions or reshoots. Feel free to contact me if you run into any problems. Soulglad is at your service. Is that all? Go to the silver no, that's not the one that I needed. Okay. Commercial. Helbo filming the bubbly Clockie in Dreamjoy Memoir. There's a, yeah. And the extras. Oh, that's the, okay. Difficulty 2, difficulty 3. And so now we might decide to actually record the endings of those remaining So Glad advertisements. So, I remember this bottle of So Glad. It was a long time ago when I first met with the origami bird. Clock boy, why do you look so dejected? Chirp. I lost something very important to me. Please help me, origami bird. No problem, Clock boy. What did you lose? Chirp. Is it the icy cold and refreshing ice So Glad? Chirp, chirp. Yes, yes. Or is it the bubbly, uniquely flavored explosion So Glad? Chirp, chirp. That too. Or maybe it's the most classic, yet loved by all, the classic So Glad. Chirp. All of them, the 3 bottles are all mine. Great little clock boy. Origami birds see all. You only dropped an empty bottle. Chirp. It's true, I only threw out an empty bottle, but that bottle still had a sip of classic So Glad left. Another commercial ended. Screw capitalism, I guess. Clock Studios theme park. Achoo. Listen, there's a sound of unlocking coming from the depths of the house. We've solved Boss Stone's puzzle. Mr. Soda's cell door is unlocked. That's great. Brother Hanu is over there rescuing the trapped townspeople. We'll leave it to him. This sound, it's Boss Stone's footsteps. Boss Stone is coming back. Clock boy, it's time to retreat. TikTok mission complete. The compass return. For So Glad for the Dreamville, Clock Boy is invincible! End filming. So Glad Ambassador. Okay, that's that. Yeah, I mean, this is not really worthy of me recording it. On the other hand... Okay, pizza. I still don't know how to say that. I said pizza, I said spicy, I said whatever, so... we have on editing. Paycheck. A total of 6 endings, 7, 8 endings, 9 endings. Unlimited time. That's the extra stories. I mean, regarded. I did the anthology. And I can do the special endings as well. Okay, start here. Alliance of Wolf and Croc. Under Brother Hanu's leadership, Nightmareville once again defeats Boss Stone. But there is no elation of victory on the townsfolk and crew's faces. In this war they have lost too many comrades. Even the cold-hearted Brother Hanu cannot bear to witness any more sacrifices from the townsfolk. He chooses to negotiate with Boss Stone instead. TikTok. Who knew Boss Stone would so readily provide the townsfolk with reparations? With so much money, Nightmareville will surely turn out better. I trust in Brother Hanu's strength. TikTok, let's stay a little longer and witness Nightmareville transformation together. Nightmareville ushers in peace and Brother Hanu becomes the local leader. Ballstone also lends aid to the town with utmost effort. But has happiness truly so easily descended upon this town? More frightening than war itself, something else may be brewing in the darkness. Okay, yeah, I guess I will read this. Ballstone signs an agreement with Brother Hanu, promising not to let the townsfolk here dig for gemstones again. He also gives Brother Hanu a large financial stipend. At Clockie's behest, Brother Hanu accepts the stipend and begins working with Ballstone to build Nightmareville. TikTok, I guess that was all just a big misunderstanding before. Some townsfolk are still harboring old grudges and aren't willing to team up with Ballstone. They saw chaos everywhere and raise resistance against Ballstone using catchy slogans. These are no longer any ordinary townsfolk. They need to be smacked down hard. Brother Hanu throws all the rebels into prison. Many townsfolk in Nightmareville were injured in the war. Ballstone hired the best doctor from the sea to offer them free treatment. With the help of the doctor, townsfolk relieved themselves of their pain and were also gifted a large supply of health supplements. The first dosage is free for the initial cycle, and if you feel the effects are good, you can purchase more. Townsfolk get a 20% discount. Brother Hanu doesn't know how to begin developing the town. The townsfolk quickly run through all of the money from Ballstone and start complaining about Brother Hanu's incompetence. Brother Hanu bears many heavy accusations but doesn't know what to do. Ballstone, he's an idiot who can barely string a sentence together. Yeah, that's what I love about him. A nightmare faction against Brother Hanu grows in size with riots and skirmishes out in the streets. A solution has to be found. Brother Hanu summoned several of his mates and asked about their plans to fix things. Shopkeeper Leaf comes up with a plan. Whoever causes any trouble, just take away their stipend. They've just had it too good for too long. Once they start to suffer a little, they'll behave. When the town fell into despair, the great Ballstone extended a helping hand. He told the Hanu brothers that the most valuable thing in Nightmareville was its gems. He proposed that if they collaborated with him to develop the mines, the town would thrive once again. Brother Hanu and Ballstone partner up to develop a large-scale gem extraction project to earn stacks of money for the town. Brother Hanu, you're the boss and I'm your pawn. You manage the money and I'll do the work. Even number. Ballstone's popularity grows by the day in town and he gets ready to launch his own biography. However, Brother Hanu soon realized that Ballstone has erased all his wrongdoings from the book. Brother Hanu doesn't care about Ballstone's lies and the book goes viral throughout the town. Ballstone enslaving us, there's such things as being too unhinged. The time is ripe and Ballstone meets with Brother Hanu to hammer out negotiations. He feels that he should be the one to enjoy more power as the hero who brought happiness to Nightmareville. Brother Hanu rejects Ballstone's request and Ballstone becomes furious, withdrawing all previous fundings. Brother unlabeled gifts are the most expensive ones of all. 1. Even number. That's times 2. It's still times 2. Boston starts posturing for war. He wants to take down Brother Hanu. To do this, he picks out 2 special dark secrets to announce to all townsfolk. Dark Secret 1. Brother Hanu secretly executed his partner, Sister Haru, just to consolidate his power. TikTok, who is Sister Haru? Boston stands over the power to choice to the townsfolk, whether to raise an army to attack Brother Hanu or be willing to live under his tyranny. It is all up to the townsfolk to vote on and decide. The townsfolk all choose to go to war, and they believe that the merciful Boss Stone will grant them clemency after victory. Boss Stone may want our surplus value, but Brother Hanu wants our lives. Boston laid out his vision for the crew. He wants to turn Nightmareville into the richest town in the world. To achieve this dream, he asked the crew to help him subdue Brother Hanu. Well, this is problematic. How did I screw up on this so badly? I don't know whether that's going to be saving or not. 96 to 0. Oh, this works. Perfect. Oh, Dark Secret 2. Brother Hanu sees the compass from the compass and forces the crew to serve him. TikTok, why don't I know about this? Regardless. Balaga succeeded. Boston exhausts Brother Hanu's strength and eventually wins the war. Brother Hanu is imprisoned. The townsfolk of Nightville once again become its staff. Of course, it is all legal. Seeing this former friend turn into a prisoner, Clockboy felt uneasy, but he understood that this was the best outcome for the townspeople. Or was it really? The Lost Generation. Candy Bomb. With Boston overseeing the trial, Brother Hanu gets his just sentencing. Boston truly becomes a boss here, and he gives the townsfolk, the staff, plenty of benefits. Though the staff's cost is higher than that of slaves, they are also more obedient than slaves. Boston is also very pleased. Earning money is better than having none. TikTok, the townsfolk look happier than before. Could Boston really be right? Sigh, Brother Hanu, my dearest friend, how did you end up on this misguided path? Clockboy sorrowfully boards the compass and leaves Boston's town. The townsfolk here pours sweat into working the mine for Boston, not forgetting to berate Brother Hanu for his cruelty and lauding Boston's benevolence in their downtime. But who caused Brother Hanu to be so cruel, and who turned Boston into a saint? The most frightening wars usually don't require weapons. Dream Scare Crusade. The end. New Clockie paycheck reward can be claimed. Let's continue on. Dreamjoy Havoc. Shadow of Doubt. Chapter 3. Boston sells his personal stash of gems to help the town rebuild their houses. The big baddie has turned into an angelic saint. This ending is as apparently beautiful as it can be. TikTok, I still think something's not right here. Look at Boss Stone, that wily nose, ferocious teeth, and those sinister eyes. I dare say that he's definitely still harboring ill intent. Don't judge a book by a cover, or a crocodile by its leather. We might have accepted him as part of the town for now, but he must remain alert, TikTok. TikTok, though Brother Hanu is missing, but as long as everyone in Dreamville sticks together, we've nothing to fear against Boss Stone's conspiracies. Boston has become a bigwig around Dreamville. He'll show up whenever anyone is asking for help, and even Clockboy sometimes lets down his guard around him. But the origami birds overhear a conversation between Boss Stone and his lackeys while flying overhead. Turns out Boss Stone is using the construction as a front to secretly siphon gems out of town and into his own vault. To resist erosion by the winds and sands, Boston proposed to personally assist the townsfolk in rebuilding their homes and making the buildings more secure. But Clockboy is still very cautious. Could Boston really be that kind? Clockie publishes exactly what Boston did in the daily newspaper and gets his origami bird friends to help deliver it to every household. The people start to grow afraid of Boston. Boston personally helps rebuild homes for the townfolk, but Clockboy still suspects him of harboring ill intent. Clockboy secretly follows Boston to eavesdrops on a conversation with some lackeys. Seven, 8. Sure enough, Boston is using the construction as a front to secretly siphon gems out of town and into his own vault. Boston is nothing but a big bad guy. Boston cannot find a good way to launder his reputation, so he can only send a legal notice to Clockboy. Are you scared? If not, then we'll ignore it. Boston's evil factory has no vacation days, so Clockboy secretly dismantles all the machinery there. The factory security guards chase after him in anger. Boston quickly fixes the machinery at the factory, and the employees are forced to keep on working tirelessly. In an industrialized pipeline, staff are nothing more than spare parts. True. Boston's right-hand man, Lieutenant Chitters, hates nothing more than the laughter of others. He destroys other people's homes and steals their family treasures. Clockboy must stop this sort of behavior. Clockboy hides on the side of a remote road and sticks out a foot out to trip over Lieutenant Chitters. TikTok! Now that's what I call clever. Boston's finally realized that Clockboy is the greatest barricade, stopping him from taking over the whole town. Now he's scheming on how to boot Clockie out of town. Boston decides to start with the crew aboard the Compass. He hacks off its anchor, and as soon as Clockboy wakes up, he discovers both he and his vessel have been blown off course to uncharted waters. But fortunately, the compass has not been lost. Clockboy manages to use it to guide his way back to Dreamville. Boston immerses himself in the joyful sweetness of soda. He takes over Mr. Soda's home and demands to take over all of the remaining syrup and soda all over town. Syrup. Boston drinks too much soda and the sweet syrup turns into those annoying burps. Clockboy manages to sneak off together with Mr. Soda as Boston is still burping. Boston's hardest factory didn't give any pay raises, so everybody was living hand to mouth. Clockboy poked a hole in Boston's treasury and the townspeople started to loot Boston's treasures. The factory security caught many townspeople, and under pressure they returned the stolen treasures to the factory. Buying things costs money, that's just common sense. Boston sends out a contract to the entire townsfolk at the banquet. There are so many terms and conditions that people start to get dizzy from reading it. Professor Owl deciphered the terms with his wisdom, explaining the consequences of signing the contract to the townsfolk. They would be trapped inside forever voluntarily. Even so, it's better than dying out there in the storm, right? Boston's tall wall is finally complete, and Boston invites all the townsfolk to attend his ceremony, even including Clockboy. Clockboy attends the ceremony where Boston announces that everyone will have to turn in valuable gems as protection money if they hope to enjoy the high wall's defenses. I'll provide the service and you pay. That's the law of this world. To prevent the wind and sand from damaging his sparkly sports car, Boston decides to build a tall, long wall around the perimeter of town. Not only would it block the wind and the sand, but it will also block out all of the sunshine for the town. Clockboy and Captain Revolver sneak into the construction site under cover of darkness to embed a bomb inside bricks that have already been laid. The gunpowder detonates abruptly and brick debris splashes right into the nearby boss stone. Wow, that actually was a close one again. Clockboy and his rebel mates are still caught, and the townsfolk have no choice but to accept Boston's terms. After all, the storms outside is far worse than losing their freedom. The wall gets higher and higher until it blocks out all the wind, sands, and even sunshine. Boston places his place under total protection, turning Dreamville back into Nightmareville. Invisible cage. Boston surrounds Dreamville with towering metal walls protecting the entire town in their center. Dreamville won't be destroyed by the sandstorm, but it also lost its freedom under Boston's control. Boston turns the town into his own personal factory, forcing the residents to toil day and night in the mines to excavate gems for him. Before long, this place earns a new moniker, Nightmareville. As for Clockboy, no one ever sees Clockboy again. The townsfolk dream that Clockboy would return someday, once again leading them to drive out Boston and regain their happiness and freedom. But they also understand that in this village of nightmares, dreams will just be dreams. The one who feeds the crocodile will eventually be eaten by it. Dreamjoy Havoc, the end. Those are like dark stories. Select another thing. Let's have two more. Escapade. Begin the edit. For freedom. Dreamville domain has expanded manifold. What were sparsely populated locals are now packed with myriad buildings. Their flickering lights are like shimmering stars across the landscape. Old Man Wood's trees block the cowboys' path, causing both parties to be embroidered in constant bickering. Clockboy also doesn't understand why Old Man Wood insists on taking away the cowboys' turf. It's something the cowboys earned through hard work. TikTok, Old Man Wood is such a greedy geezer, claiming that all his doings are for the prosperity of Dreamville. I bet it's all for his own selfish gains. TikTok, surely you think so too? Dreamville must go back to that gloomy prison of the past. Must not go back. Come on, let's help the cowboys seize back what's theirs. Clockboy decides to confront Old Man Wood for his cowboy compatriots, as well as for a free Dreamville as envisioned in the heart. But, be it prosperity or freedom, as long as one keeps moving forward, a price must be paid. Now that Clockboy has returned to the posse of cowboys, everyone regards Clockboy as their leader. Many hope that he can persuade the overbearing Old Man Wood to give up his position. As Clockboy gallops into the wilderness with the cowboys, memories of his joyful days on Compass float back to him. TikTok, what should be the way? Dreamville should provide others with comfort and freedom. Under the command of Clockboy, the cowboys no longer bully the townsfolk. Instead, they begin to have a strong sense of justice, maintaining peace and order in the town. Under the command of Clockboy, the cowboys no longer adopt extreme ways to express their wishes. Instead, they sign a petition and promote their wishes to the townsfolk. Yet their demands of the cowboys remain the same. They do not want to be part of Dreamville, but instead live happily in the desert. TikTok, there's nothing wrong with this. Most important, everyone should be happy. Correct. With the help of Clockboy, the internal conflicts among the cowboys finally subside. All the cowboys come together and sign a peace agreement. Seeing that the cowboys are no longer causing trouble, Old Man Wood temporarily accepts their existence, but he still hopes to reclaim the town's territory. Thus, they establish a cowboy alliance to represent the interests of the cowboys and to confront Old Man Wood. Old Man Wood seeks unity to enforce the rules, but our unity is for freedom. But on that point, the cowboys are reluctant to give in. To them, the desert is their home. If it weren't for us, you wouldn't be able to step into the desert. Yeah, let's go for this. Freedom! Old Man Wood proposes reclaiming the land from the cowboys while allocating them within an autonomous area. However, he emphasizes that they must get along amicably with the town overseen by Old Man Wood. Clockboy hands the proposal to the cowboy boss. That leads to the cowboys disagree with the proposal and believe that it is a plot by Old Man Wood to imprison them. I've heard of this trick. Boss Stone often used it. The cowboys propose to retain the lands they have uncovered and cultivated. From now on, both factions should no longer interfere with each other, and the cowboys will get along amicably with the towns overseen by Old Man Wood. Clockboys then hands this proposal to Old Man Wood. Old Man Wood seriously considers this proposal, but he disagrees. Cough! This land in the desert is the most important treasure in the town. 40. How dare you disagree? Despite Clockboy trying his best to alleviate the tension, the negotiation between the two still fail. Old Man Wood guards once again raise their weapons at the cowboys. Clockboy, whose attempt to mediate things failed, returns to the cowboys' base and apologizes to everyone. Instead of holding it against Clockboy, the cowboys threw a desert party to cheer him up. Clockboy gathered up several bottles of Soulglad containing excessive stones at the party. Drunkenly, he vowed to help the cowboys fulfill their dreams. TikTok, are woods and trees inherently nobler than us? The cowboys take out their revolvers, ride on their horses, and flee back to the desert. So what was it? Despite Clockboy trying his best to relieve the tension, the negotiation between the two still fall. Guards once again raise their weapons at the cowboys. And they ride onto the sunset. Perfect. Annoying. At Old Man Wood's order, a wind-breaking forest stands as a barrier between the townsfolk and the cowboys. Both factions will no longer interfere with each other, yet a grounding divide emerges within their hearts, marking the beginning of their estrangement. Clockboy secretly opens up a path into in the windbreak forest, allowing the townsfolk and the cowboys to play together in the forest. One day we will tear down this forest. At the Clockboy's order, the cowboys escort numerous townsfolk seeking desert life over the town. As the desert population swells, the town's numbers dwindle. Yeah, let's go with this one. Let's destroy the forest. The townsfolk and the cowboys can no longer stand the existence of the wind-breaking forest, so they light a fire and burn down the trees in the forest. Everyone is friendly towards each other as they share insight into life on both sides. The dispute Old Man Wood anticipated has not broken out. Old Man Wood ought to reflect on this valuable lesson. TikTok, it's better to overestimate than to underestimate human nature. In response, Old Man Wood launches campaigns to suppress the cowboys with relentless vigor. He cuts off the cowboys' resources and leaves them to starve in their unforgiving wasteland. Clockboy is deeply disappointed by these actions. And so Clockboy takes out all his savings to help the cowboys through the difficult period. He is determined to teach Old Man Wood a lesson. TikTok, you are getting overboard, Wood. Both townsfolk and cowboys simultaneously reject the motion of Old Man Wood overseeing their affairs in Dreamville. They decide to join forces with Clockboy, making the desert and the town into a haven of liberty. Everyone organizes into a decentralized army and begins to fight against the guards of Old Man Wood. TikTok, our goal is freedom, not victory. Old Man Wood knows that he can no longer change the minds of the cowboys, but he knows a decentralized army of cowboys can never make Dreamville prosperous and magnificent. Thus, he must not give in. Old Man Wood rallies the townsfolk who have aligned with him and urges them to assemble into an army. His aim is to compel the cowboys into submission through sheer force. Chaos is not equivalent to freedom, Clockie. Clockboy. Screw that, chaos. Brace for chaos. The cowboys decisively triumph over Old Man Wood's forces. Seeing Clockboy standing on the opposite side of him, Old Man Wood's spirits plummet into despair. He bids farewell to the town he once cherished, departing with a helpless sigh. The cowboys cheer for the hard-won victory. They set to work dividing the town's territory into numerous pieces, each representing a piece of their newfound land of freedom. Ugly flower. Or a pretty wound, depending what you want. After a bitter battle, the cowboys became the masters of Dreamville. But they don't know how to develop Dreamville, and soon after the town returns to being a barren wasteland. TikTok, without Old Man Wood, everyone is living freely now, but is this true happiness? The cowboys run rampant across town every day. No one can hold them in place, nor can anyone guide their path. TikTok, forget it. I'm done thinking about this. Let's head out into the desert and play with the cowboys. Clockboy steps into the desert with the cowboys, and the townsfolk never see him again. A lonely and carefree bird cannot travel long distances like a flock of wild grey geese. Dream of escapade. The end. Was that truly a bad ending? I mean, compared to the other ones, it presents us also the other ones different points of philosophy. You can live in this environment. It's like none of these endings actually perfect. Neither the ones that are canonical to the story of Pinakani, or neither the ones that are the edited endings. The special endings. But I gotta say, I like the chaotic one, like the cowboys doing whatever the hell they want. Anarchy reigns! Okay, let's finish it up. A little bit of a drink because I'm getting parched. Okay, under the tree. Old Man Wood's tendrils have the entire Dreamville in a stranglehold. No scoundrel will ever harm the town's residents again. But the townsfolk seem not to care for Old Man Wood's ambition. They are only concerned with the fortune and happiness that Dreamville brings. Clockboy also doesn't seem to mind, so long as everyone in Dreamville is happy. TikTok, Old Man Wood hasn't been very chatty recently, but I know that he must be busying himself for Dreamville. Everyone's living in high spirits. How wonderful. Don't you think so too, my friend? TikTok, we mustn't squander Old Man Wood's painstaking efforts. We have to fully enjoy ourselves in his dream. Let's go, friend, off to immerse ourselves in his grand celebration. Clockboy accepts the present Dreamville, surrendering himself entirely to the tides of merriment. He believes he can deliver to everyone happiness, bringing them more happiness, having them experience more happiness, and making that happiness everlasting in Dreamville. But Clockboy hasn't seemed to realize that so-called happiness is slowly but surely corrupting this town. Okay, here we go. 2583, okay. It's problematic. Clockboy understood that Old Man Wood's actions were well-intentioned, accepting that such a future would be the best future for Dreamville. After Clockboy shared his views with Old Man Wood, the two became partners once again. They would strive to turn Dreamville into a paradise together. Someone was penniless in Dreamville. TikTok, what should we do, Old Man Wood? Clockboy asked. Old Man Wood gave the person money. No dissatisfaction should be in Dreamville. TikTok, gold coins are worthless. Joy has worth. Hold on, does it? 181. Almost took away the person's desires. No dissatisfaction should be in Dreamville. TikTok, back up and enjoy free Soul Glad on the Golden Street. Perfect. Someone committed a crime in Dreamville. TikTok, what should we do, Old Man Wood? Clockboy asks. Someone is sick in Dreamwood. TikTok, what should we do, Old Man Wood? Clockboy asks. Old Man Wood took away the person worries. No pain was allowed in Dreamville. You can't feel pain now. Cheer up. Old Man Wood took away the criminal's evil thoughts. Nobody should be in Dreamville. Old Man Wood took away his evil thoughts. Don't worry. Perfect. Oh, brother, I'm running low on things. Someone who's hurting others in Dreamville. What should we do, Old Man Wood? No, this is bad. And Wood inflicted the same amount of pain on the culprit. You couldn't hurt each other in Dreamville. A leaf for a leaf, a branch for a branch. Someone had permanently departed from Dreamville. What should we do? Woman Wood made wood sculptures of the departed. There was no separation in Dreamville. Brother Hano, Mirror Princess, and Captain Revolver are also back. That's not how it works. Someone in Dreamville is getting addicted to the joy of games at the Golden Street. What should we do, Old Man Wood? Would made the person unable to feel the joy of playing games. There was no addiction in Dreamville. Bad games make people mad. Oh boy. Someone is reminiscing about the past in Dreamville. What should we do? No one reminisces about the past in Dreamville because there is only the present here. Perfect. Someone committed the sin of treason in Dreamville. What should we do? No, there was no betrayal in Dreamville because everyone must be loyal to him. Perfect. And for crying out loud. Someone's questioning the rules made in Dreamville. What should we do? There was no skepticism in Dreamville because he's right. Perfect. Someone desired freedom in Dreamville. What should we do about that? Gee, I wonder. We will give the person freedom, but the person was left with nothing else. That's the price of freedom. No one desires freedom in Dreamville because there's no need for freedom in his trunk. Perfect. Someone couldn't figure out the meaning of life in Dreamville. Old Man Wood answered. Yeah, no. The confusion of the lost one. There were no questions in Dreamville. Is the smartest tree. Cool. They managed to get 150. Yay! I pulled it off somehow. Over time, the townsfolk of Dreamjoy gradually became united as one. Old Man Wood was nurtured into a towering tree that sheltered all the townsfolk with his shade. In the cool shade, Clockboy also stopped thinking and immersed himself in joy. TikTok, Old Man Wood can solve all the problems. Dream forever. Dreamville gradually sinks into the foliage's embrace where everyone enjoys the sweetened fruit and cool shade, never needing to think for themselves again. Boston will never invade the space again, and no one will have to worry about disasters befalling to the townsfolk. This may be true bliss. TikTok, it's really awesome. As long as we listen to the Great Tree, everyone will be able to lead blissful lives. Whatever the Great Tree says, we'll listen. Whatever the Great Tree wants, we'll do. TikTok, my friend, Dreamville has now really become a true dream. But I feel like I'm forgetting something I shouldn't have. TikTok, since I've forgotten it, it probably is not important. Come on, let's have a party at Mr. Soda's. And so, enveloped by the giant tree's protection, Dreamville embarks on a path of eternal happiness. No sadness, no suffering, no worries, and Clockboy's hands also start to rust in the syrup, never to stick again. The price for us forever live in current happiness is to never again glimpse visions of the future. Dreamjoy Memoir, the end. Perfect. Yay, that was like actually, well, they lived in peace, but yeah. Paycheck. Complete the ending of total 6 endings. Oh, right, I got all of them. Claim the tracks of destiny. There's still the extra stories. Collabs are finished, right? Yep. Well, not technically, but the theme park is finished. There's only the extra stories left, right? Because limited time rewards. Yep. So let's do the extra stories really fast. Mr. Soda's extras. Okay, let's get on with it. See what you have. Complete the endings of 5. Editing of 5 endings. Complete 2 commercials. On the other hand, what else am I missing? The achievements, I guess. Eager for battle. Use a lesser stings or juvenile stings entomon eulogy to defeat a swarm true sting. Harvest Moon. In simulated universe, swarm disaster captured trotters equal to or greater than 16 within one adventure domain. Roam of Parting Paths. In simulated universe, swarm disaster light up one hidden trial of Puffstrider. The Wonderful Wizard of Dreamville. Ensure that all shots perfectly meet the director's requirements in the Dreamjoy Ascension commercial for Dreamjoy Memoir. Complete the adventure mission Once Upon a Dreamville. Whispers of the Past. Complete all editing work of all endings in Dreamjoy Memoir. Emotions beyond the lens. All free audience emotions reach at least 50 simultaneous in Dreamjoy Memoir. The Lost Generation. Enter a special story branch in Dreamjoy Memoir. Complete the shoot without any damage in any mode in Clockboy's extras. Safety car. Yeah, that's the extra stories. Whatever. I'm blind. Soda animator. This page looks ridiculous. Gurgle, Mr. Soda's extra story. What am I gonna do about that one? Okay, I can take it away from you. What? That was fast. I feel like a bottle of so glad that someone left the cap off. All out fizz with no more ideas bubbling up. The Mr. Soda character is so co-production between Soulglad Enterprise and Clock Studios. They say the model of the prototype was based on the drink's creator, Mr. Sosa. Based on Soulglad's ads, he was this incredible cook who believed deeply in harmony. He was kind, selfless, affable, courteous. But Mr. Watchmaker didn't seem very happy with that version. His character, Mr. Soda, is nothing like the graceful saint of legend, and instead is this buffoon bottle always acting the fool. Is this called artistic license? Maybe. A self-righteous saint harping on about harmony is boring, so a lovable buffoon like Mr. Soda is going to appeal to more widely. No matter how I look at it, I can integrate the magnificent Mr. Sosa with the rubber-faced antics of Mr. Soda. Director, you know the Watchmaker, so can you please help me put together his part of the script? Sure. Thank you. This extra story really has some legs. Come on, let's get creative in here. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Soda's story starts before Clockboy arrived. Back then, Dreamville was still known as Nightmareville, and Boston used the townfolk as an iron fist. Ruled, not used. Here we find Mr. Soda, who was a local youthful idol, artificial weapon, Soulglad Dream Hunter X. Perfect. Chef. Oh, that's great. Historically accurate too. Okay, let's keep going. Mr. Soda was the local ace chef and worked tirelessly for Boston night and day, just like any other townsfolk. Boston commanded the townsfolk to dig up stones every day, but they only offered them swamp weed and soiled water from the Crocodile's lagoon as food and drink. Everyone was miserable from it. And so Mr. Soda began to brew up a mysterious beverage, and all of this was to solve the people pain. Oh, that sounds like the kind of story Soulglad Enterprise would tell. The sponsors will be happy. Let's keep going then. Mr. Soda began to brew up a mysterious beverage, and all of this was to soothe the people's pain with sweetness. But his behavior angered Boston, who would not allow anyone to transgrade on his turf. The vile Boston used tricks to capture Mr. Soda and tossed him into a prison cell. However, Mr. Soda had a stroke of great fortune. He was met with an opportunity for freedom not long after being imprisoned. Brother Han and his gang had caused a riot, and the Compass, which was carrying Clockboy on it, had just arrived in town. Brother Han and Clockboy loved Mr. Soda's drink, and they teamed up with him to fight together against Boston. In the end, Boston was driven out and peace was restored to Dreamville, and Mr. Soda established a soda factory. Yeah, well, that's what happened in the Clockboy cartoon. Mr. Soda opens up a soda factory and keeps delivering great flavors for the townsfolk in Dreamville, a little something called Soul Glad. Great, we're done with the extra story script then. Mr. Soda's story starts before Clockboy arrived. Back then, Dreamville was still known as Nightmareville, and Boston ruled the townsfolk with an iron fist. Mr. Soda was a local A-chef. Boston commanded townsfolk to dig up, etc., etc. Everyone's miserable from it. He's repeating basically what he just said. Began to brew a mysterious beverage, and all of this was to soothe the people's pain with sweetness. Yeah. You already said that once. Why are you repeating yourself? Saved by Brother Han, who fought together against Mr. Boston. Yeah, in the end, Boston was driven, and Mr. Soda established a soda factory. That's a wrap. All done. Thank you, director. Here's a script for you to keep as a souvenir. Our extra story is going to be a hot property. The animator begins to promote the extra story of Dreamjoy Memoir, which are involved in attracting the attention of tourists. An extra story of Clockboy. Okay. I wonder if they're just gonna keep being here, even the story of those guys. Probably, maybe. Ball Knight. Let's teleport. Okay, who do we have here? Oh. Please don't disturb me, I am thinking. The trailer for the Old Man Wood's extra story has been released. Wait, I still have some important questions that I don't understand. Director, have you ever considered how strange it is that all the other characters from Clockboy can be seen all over the dreamscape except for Old Man Wood? Okay, maybe that is kind of weird. Right? The reasoning behind this is really complicated. Old Man Wood was originally a character from the very first episode of Clockboy. Back then he was this upright old citizen, a teacher and a friend to Clockboy, and very trusted among the townsfolk. But as the series progressed, his character gradually suffered from a gentle and wise old man into his arrogant old fogey. His vines start wrapping around the townsfolk, and Clockboy starts to push back against his teachings. Perhaps the family picked up on something, because after one meeting, this character never made it back onto the series again. Unlike naive young people, I understand that Clockboy is a story about Pinakani's past, and this change must mean something in and of itself. But as for what such change represents, I still don't know. Director, what do you think your ideas will form the basis of this old coder's inspiration? The family park grows even more encompassing. The dreams lost their freedom. Ha! That's interesting. Lots of youngsters have fallen to catch on this charge. Have failed to catch on this change. In their eyes, this place has always represented the free utopia. If that's the theme, then it should be about Old Man Wood hating the loose disorganization of the town and the startling countermeasures he starts to take. My grandpa once told me that old Pinakani used to be a mess. Any bad egg could come into this land of fantasy, and there was a constant conflict inside and outside the dreams. Even the dual-lit pavilion was once overrun by crooks. It stayed that way until the family conducted their reforms and created the Dream Master, who rules above the 5 lineages. The mysterious Dream Master challenged Free and Lax Pinakani, letting the family's gaze cover all of Dreamscape until those chaotic dreams were back to normal. But as you can see, the ever-extending tenures of the family would stop those who deserve to run during this process. It wasn't just the watchmaker and clock studios who got entangled and fell. Was this good news or bad news? Ha! I've said too much. In any case, I'll write this extra story based on your suppositions. Hold on a second. Okay, he begins to scribbling about Old Man Wood. Alright, I'll leave the story in your hands. As for that question, I believe you'll have your own answer deep down in your heart. That's all? That's all. Well, that was pretty simple. That still leaves the cup. Who's this? Oh, Boss Stone. Curse this job and curse Boss Stone. You know the trailer for Boss Stone's extra story has been released? No way! Such terrible news and so soon? Clock Studios may as well just take my life and be done with me. If Boss Stones were a powerful and cynical robot, I wouldn't be so worried. That kind of bad guy would bring in a stack of fans, but him, he's just a stupid fat crocodile. You can't even sell crocodile balloons as merch. Putting aside his popularity for now, I have no idea how to write this story. Boss Stone is the villain of Dreamville, and therefore, if the enemy of Pinakani, but just look at his At this harmonious and friendly planet of festivities, who would ever view this place as the enemy? The IPC? Oh, it's possible, alright? Back then Pinakani was an IPC prison, just as Dreamville used to be known as Nightmareville. But the IPC has good relationship with Pinakani now, so I don't know what Mr. Watchmaker is going to worry about a grudge from 1,000 years ago. That'd be super petty. I mean, considering that the IPC was actively trying to retake Pinakani, I don't think the animosity is done. But no matter who that person is, I know absolutely nothing about this crocodile. So, could you help me riff some good ideas, please, director? I got you covered. Thank goodness you're a lifesaver. You can handle the whole thing then. Perfect. Fine, let's say no more and just get started right now. Hey there, viewers. The protagonist of this story is one big bad egg who we're all very familiar with, Boss Stone. A long time ago, he subjugated the townsfolk of Nightmareville and did all kinds of wicked deeds, all so he could get precious stones. Yes, stones. In the worldview of Clockboy, stones seem to be super important. All of Dreamville is built upon stones. Yeah, you know, because IPC likes stones. They have the 10 cornerstones and crap like that, like they're named after like precious stones, so yeah. Let's continue then. Boss Stone did all kinds of wicked deeds to the townsfolk so he could get precious stone, but his behavior grew increasingly excessive and the stifled rage of the townsfolk began to grow and grow. One day a meteor crashed into the town. The crocodile were at a loss for what to do, creating a chance for the townsfolk to launch a counterattack. Faced with townsfolk openly hostile against him, Boss Stone decided to suppress them with violence. Oh, what a brutal and ruthless bad guy. Let's continue with our story. Faced with townsfolk openly hostile against him, Boss Stone decided to suppress with violence, but in the end he failed. The townsfolk chased him out of town. Nightmareville soon became Dreamville. However, Boss Stone had not given up and vowed to take back this place that once belonged to him. He blocked off the town's resources and launched a punishing offensive. Dreamville soon fell into desperation and the townsfolk bickered endlessly, but fortunately clever Clock Boy sought out help from Old Man Wood, who persuaded the townsfolk to reunite once again. Boston didn't dare play up anymore. All he could do was... Cost trouble from the town from the shadows. That darn crocodile is so like him. Great, all done. Let's dig into the plot of this extra story then. Hey there, viewers, the protagonist of the story, etc., etc. Yeah, he repeats everything we just discovered. Meteor crashed, there was an uprising, Boston decided to get like Iron Fist suppression. He failed, the townsfolk overthrew him with the help of Clockboy and Old Man Wood. And yeah, he decided to go to the shadows and basically ruin Dreamville. What the hell? I gotta say that actually suddenly I did occur to me that the name Old Man Wood has some connotations that I think like the older players might find kind of hilarious. Is that the ending? Yes, that is. Great, we can start shooting the extra story now that all the tough stuff is out of the way. Director, you really are a fresh creative. Just chatting a little with you piqued my interest in this crocodile. The script really stays with you. I kept him as the villain because I don't like the APC. There is a reason why they weren't present at the inauguration of the film, right? No one from the APC was there. Okay, we have this, and that still leaves me with 2 extras, right? Weirdly enough, in the story, like I didn't notice anything about the hamster. Let's go with the origami. Chirp, origami bird is resting now. Stop bothering me. I'm sorry, but the trailer for Origami Bird's extra story has been released. Chirp, chirp! Is the deadline for that coming up real soon? I'm dead meat, Chirp. There's no way out. Director, save me, Chirp. I have no idea what I'm going to shoot. Lady Vermilion, Verdant Manager, Boss Red, Young Master Gold, Dr. Blues. Everyone else only has 1 character in their extra story, but I've got 5 of these little birdies. That's totally unfair. Director, do you know the backstories behind all these birds? That's going to dictate the content direction for the extra story. They could be the Dreamweavers of Pinacony. Chip, it's very possible. In the animation, they built Dreamville using stones and branches, just like how the Dreamweavers built Pinacony using Memoria. I heard that several of the Nightingale family are origami Dreamweavers. That must be their prototype. Chirp, unfortunately, I don't know these Dreamweavers at all. I can only create based on material I can find online. The origami anime starts scribbling an extra story about the origami birds. Well, that was easy. Hold on, Chirp. Here's the script about the origami birds. Thank you, Director. I can continue my nap now. Here's the story for you. Well, that was easy. Barely an inconvenience. Okay, let's open the chest because I'm already close to it. And that still leaves me with Hamster Knight. Move. This is urgent. Be quiet. The trailer for Hamster Ball Knight's extra story has been released. That was fast. Faster than the Hamster Ball Knight's Volocinat. Okay. Wait up, Director. Please, can you help me come up with something? Something the matter? Hamster Ball Knight is different from the rest of those cartoon weirdos because he isn't imaginary, he's real. Just last week, he came first in the Meteor Spheroid race. But it actually brought me trouble. As a spheroid star under the Iris family, I can't even apply for an interview with him. If it weren't for the fact that our authorization for his likeness is still valid, I wouldn't even be allowed to make this extra story. Based on all Clockboy lore, Hamster Ball Knight was this big doofus who didn't care about anything except spheroids. He was always putting himself in a dangerous situation in the name of the race. But his background story can't be just that simple. He had to be competing for the sake of something more important to continue to risk his life. It's just, I have no idea what that should be. Can I make it like the Anakin story arc at this point? Director, what do you think Hamster Ball Knight was risking his life for? Quick, come up with something, I trust you. Money, the affection, the joy of the race. Yes, let's go with that. Geez, that's straight to the point. Racing around that spheroid really is all about the joy, and I used to love spheroid racing in Scorched Sand 2 until the Bloodhounds eventually revoked my license. Great, I get now that I start putting some things together based on what you said. So there's no going back now. Go! Okay, he starts scribbling about a Hamster Ball Knight. Perfect. Well, that settles it. Dunzo, dang, I'm fast. That's not usually a good thing. Hey, this copy of the script is for you, director. You're welcome. Perfect. Okay. So I guess that settles it, right? Let me just teleport real quick to this part. And talk to Pisces again. Yeah, I think I like Pisces the most. As opposed to Pisces. Okay, Pisces. There we go. Yeah. 3 extras. 6 extras. And timed paycheck. Done. No, those are complete. Weirdly enough. Complete. Collab adverts. Extra stories. Done. Clockie paycheck. Done. And anthology is done. Regardless. Yeah, help complete free. Perfect.